go.
It barely looks like anything happened.
It's been a week, but we'll find something. I know we will.
Is it okay if I stay here? I don't think I'm ready to...
Sure. My dad will be good company anyway.
You mean you're over-focused to the point of non-reactive thing? I remember. Especially how you always end up being right, somehow. I hope. I don't know what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, me neither.
No, that's not...
This is the place.
Okay. There can't be any clues.
I'll get to the bottom of this. First, gather the clues. Cold, hard, plain facts. That's the only way I'll know what really happened.
Let's go down there. Oh, there we go.
The car went up like kindling. It was pretty intense, judging the damages to the area. The bark got badly burned. Must be where Nick crashed.
Oh, here we go.
Two of the road signs were torn out. Did Nick's car do that? The fire shouldn't have been able to spread that far. That piece of wood must be from one of the damaged road signs. No skid marks, no trace of sudden braking. These road signs are intact. Not a scratch on them.
Please, we did.
The tire tracks clearly show where Nick's car went off the road.
Okay. Oh, it went to the grass. 10. Oh. Let's... Okay, so that's probably as far as we can go. It's to be clear. No, wait, it's just bloody leaves. Oh, hello, what's this here? Tree log.
Maybe Nick tried to avoid this log. It's a bit far from the road.
Could the log have gone up here? Like falling down? If I can go back in the car.
Best to leave her alone. It's a lot to take in.
Scared me. Freedom! Oh! Interesting.
A fuel stain. From Nick's car? Was it leaking fuel?
Well, it's tight. Right, that's probably as far as we can go. Oh, right.
Nick took this turn every day. It shouldn't have surprised him. That's all the information I need. Time to put everything together.
Going to the Mind Palace.
The report states Nick was driving under the influence of alcohol. He was startled by an animal.
Basically, that was an animal.
And drove through a road sign before crashing into a tree. Things don't add up.
I think it's start with the...
I need to find out what really happened.
That's pretty cool. I reckon it probably was leaking fuel. Oh, no, no, no. But it only needs fuel from up there, though. I'll go into the tree line. It says no out.
The road signs were damaged. 2 of them torn and burned.
This is where it ended up.
The fire damaged both the car and the tree heavily.
Okay, maybe there was an animal.
one simulation fits the evidence. The police report was wrong.
Got it. How is he conscious?
I thought you quit.
I did. So, did you find anything?
Nick, he was murdered. I'm sorry, I don't... The police report was clearly wrong.
Fucking...
Anna?
Here, just...
Joe, it's Sam.
Where's Anna? Is she okay?
Yeah, she's right here. She's just a bit busy.
I need her to come back immediately. There's been a break-in at her place.
What? Are you all right? What happened?
I wasn't there when it happened. Just arrived. Called the police, then called my daughter.
We're on our way. Someone broke into your house.
I wonder what the situation would have been if she didn't go to the crash site. Maybe. Knowledge is power.
Okay, so, about Dad. Don't tell him what we found. Please. It'll just worry him for no reason.
How are you holding up? After finding out what we found out.
I'm guessing about as well as you. Not great. Let me go calm my father down. I'm pretty sure he's ready to call the National Guard.
Anna.
Maybe give her a few moments with Joe before you barge in. Also, take a few moments for yourself as well. You used to live here, and now some other guy, Nick, of all people, was living here. With her. Things are different. She's different. You're different.
Is she? She's just like I remember. Everything about her.
Keep in mind, Sam, no matter how much you want to, you can never go home again.
I can't go that way. You cannot go that way.
The last time I was here, I was shoving way too many boxes into a trunk that couldn't fit them all. He had to get a new one after the accident. Must have been very expensive.
It's fine, Dad. I can handle this.
Someone broke into my daughter's house and you want me to just sit by and wait?
that was a
Yes,
dad.
that is
Right.
exactly what I want you to
Didn't
do.
know that.
Don't you have an appointment?
I always have an appointment. I'm at the doctor's more often than I'm home. Sam, talk some sense into my daughter here.
I'm gonna have to side with Anna on this one. Can't miss appointments.
Just because I'm an old man in a wheelchair, you two think you can push me around.
Dad, I love you. And I love that you want to protect me, but please, it'll be okay. Go to your doctor's appointment. The police will be here soon.
I'm just belly aching. It's your house. Your rules. I'll leave you to it.
Thank you.
Though before I head off, Sam, you tell me if something was going on, right? Anna's brave and she's strong, but she's also stubborn.
Dad, I told you I can take care of myself.
And I'm old enough to know when things ain't right. You tell me now, Sam. You tell me if my little girl is in danger. I can't watch over her anymore, so I need you to keep her safe.
Stop talking about me like I'm not here.
Joe, I don't know.
She's all I have left. Promise me you'll protect her. I need your word.
Wow. Heavy. Joe's really laying on the paternal guilt. I can't promise something like that. I don't know what might happen. He just wants to feel like someone is looking out for her. I can't blame him.
And what if I can't keep that promise?
Then refuse. All I know is I personally couldn't say no to a desperate father. I still can't hide anything from you.
Sam, don't.
I won't lie, Joe. There is something going on. It could be dangerous, but I'll make sure Anna doesn't get mixed up in it.
All right. I'm trusting you on this.
I'm not some kid. I decide what I get mixed up in.
You can't blame me for looking after you.
I just didn't want you to worry. You're both so patronizing. I'm heading inside.
She's a whiny
See how
bitch.
bad it is.
I need to get in there eventually. But maybe I should look around the property first.
Oh, is he gone?
I used to follow it down to the shack every other week for Fishing Sunday.
Oh, hi, Condog. It's alright, mate. I'm doing alright. Thank you for asking. How are
Bones.
you?
She probably brought it over one time when she came with Nick. It was great to come back from work, sit down, and read until the sun went down.
Cool. Best thing to do.
Anna and I spent our nights out here, trying to find all the constellations.
What if I go into the water? No, no traces to recover from. Oh, the tomb man. Nick and his move. What's this? Plant bucket. Oh, pink bucket. Plant bucket.
Anna never got rid of this sign. I think the happiest I ever saw Anna
Does look
was
like
the
kind of
day she
splash.
bought this place.
want to unlock a memory.
I want everyone to know this house is sold. You're mine. I own you now. It might be 200 years before it's paid off, but it's mine.
So, when can I start moving my own stuff in?
After you finish carrying all my stuff in.
Sure, but that means I get to choose which side of the bed I'm sleeping on.
What? No. You're gonna sleep on the side closest to the door.
Why's that?
So if someone breaks in, you can fight them off. And maybe because I like being near the window.
Somehow I feel like it's entirely the
Hey,
same
look,
thing.
we've got this weekend.
We can talk about all this after my stuff's inside.
But all your stuff's so heavy.
Which is why I need your help. Don't slack, Sam. This house isn't gonna decorate itself.
It is.
And I want you to be part of that.
Go on, check this. Alright. Oh, it's telling about the cannabis plants. Let's look over to the other side of which understandable. Alright, so we're going to go through the front. Through the front door. Through the front door. Enter, stranger. Hang on, I'll wait till it loads up. And I can show you better what the main part of the story is. Oh, the loading time is so long. Oh. That's probably the most annoying thing about this game.
Anna is not well. This time, at least, try to be there for her. You okay? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no. She needs you, buddy. Needs me? I don't even think she knows I'm here. What am I supposed to do? Something. Anything. It's the thought. The effort. Get her a drink. Just show her you're here. I'm not sure how a drink will make her feel better about murders and break-ins. But I guess I've heard worse ideas.
Okay. Where's something I can... Oh, here we go. People. Yes, I play a character called Sam. Who's gone back to his hometown because his best buddy... where is it? What was his name? I think it was Nick. His friend Nick was killed in a car accident. Now, according to Sam, who has this power of a mind palace where he can figure stuff out, he thinks that Nick was murdered and the police report was wrong. This guy here, Dennis, had some information that he was going to give to Dennis about it. to Nick. No, what's the bloke's name? To give to Sam. Yeah, so Dennis, information about Sam, about Nick's death, but Dennis was murdered. I'm the prime suspect because during the wake, Sam got drunk and had a fight with Dennis. This is Anna, who I think I used to go out with. Yeah, I think so. So that's pretty much the gist of the story, trying to figure out who murdered Nick. Exactly, a murder mystery.
Anna has to be helping her dad out with these. I'm not sure it's enough.
Yeah, it's an intriguing little game. I'm kind of liking it.
Sam.
I love that there's a billiards table over there. Alright, here we go. Let's unlock this memory.
Sam, what are you doing? I called for dinner like a dozen times. It's gonna get cold. I am not your mom, you know. Working on an article is no reason to ignore basic politeness, Sam.
Ooh.
Fine. You can eat your dinner cold for all I care. I'm done waiting for you.
Anna would pace around the house for hours, then sit down and write her articles in one go.
Oh, it's stuck in the bar.
Not surprised Anna keeps this letter. I'd keep it too.
Yeah, really need to know the basics. And there's travel journal.
I got this for Anna's birthday after she mentioned wanting to travel more. I've never even had my car broken into. It's hard to imagine how she feels.
Yeah, let's tidy up for her.
This feels like the only part of the house I recognize. Whatever punk broke in here wrecked it. There. Good thing it's intact. It's about the last thing Anna has of her mother. I don't think she ever forgave me for saying I didn't think they sounded better.
Oh, what's going on there?
Finally, there.
Taking out. Okay. Okay, I'll put that back up. Him. Is that meant to be my conscience? Because it does look like me. Let's talk to my conscience.
Making a drink for Anna would be a good way to show her you're here for her.
Alright. Yeah.
Even when he messed up, Nick always found the right words. Anna's favorite band. Smooth as always, Nick.
Everything looks out. Alright. So, seem far. Oh, so. Yeah, maybe the drinks in the pantry. Pantry.
She normally keeps some drinks in the pantry.
It's been a while, Sam. Things have changed around here. You feel like looking at old keepsakes?
No.
Oh, maybe it's not in the pantry. Oh, there we go. What's that?
Ah, here's where she keeps the drinks.
Okay, what are we choosing? Chocolate drink, lime juice, or whiskey? Corn dog. Which one do you want me to pick? I don't think it matters, but I'll let you pick. Chocolate drink. Okay.
On the bright side, I don't think it's possible to make her feel worse.
You're not helping.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are. Thanks.
Okay, where's the drink?
Who takes the time to have a drink in the middle of a break-in?
That is pretty weird. Wait a minute, maybe I can go there and give it to her.
What are you waiting for? Bring it to her already.
Oh, shut the fuck up. My conscience of being a bit of a tit.
Chocolate helps everyone feel better.
That's sweet. I'd assumed you'd already gone to look around and, I don't know, think. This is just so fucked. Nick? My house?
Sam, you should distract her. Get her talking or thinking about anything else.
My stuff, everything is trashed. Is this like the worst coincidence? Or is it related to Nick's death?
Give her the drink, give her the drink. He's
Not
right.
alone.
Get some.
Here, have a drink. It'll help.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It's helping a bit.
Hey, are you feeling better?
Yeah. Thank you, Sam. Sorry, I just kind of lost it for a second there.
Yeah. I mean, careful, Sam. You know you can be indelicate. She needs your support right now.
Oh my god! He thinks
It
I'm gonna.
hasn't been an easy week.
He thinks I'm gonna put the moves on her.
And I've got the feeling it isn't over yet.
I'm not asking him.
Whatever happens, you're not alone. We'll face it together.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. I needed to hear that.
I think I picked the
Reminding her
right
she has
answer
people
there.
to lean on is a great start.
This whole thing is a mess. But honestly, it's been a mess for a while. Like, everything was fine, you know? Nick moved in, it was nice, but lately he just closed himself off. He'd been gone most nights, at the bar or the fishing shack, come home late, refusing to talk about his work. It got unbearable. It was almost like I was living with you all over again.
It doesn't feel good, but she needs to get this off her chest. Don't be too harsh on her. You're right. I shut you out, and I'm sorry.
The past is the past. None of what's happening now is your fault. I'm just lashing out. It's just having you in the house. It's bringing back a lot of things. We had a good time. So many memories here, both bad and great.
We did have a good time, yeah.
But then came Dad's accident. The mine investigation. Your proposal. I still feel horrible about how it all happened. But you understand why I said no, right?
Face it, Sam. If you had paid attention, you'd have known she wasn't going to say yes. You didn't want a ring. You told me before. I thought it was what you're supposed to do. I thought maybe it'd save us.
That's a nice thought. I feel like you're listening now. And I thank you for that. You know? It ended so abruptly, you and I. I don't think I ever took the time to really process what happened. I wonder if it would have ended the same way with Nick. If my relationship with him was as doomed as my relationship with you. The way Nick closed himself off to me the last few weeks.
Oh, dude.
Maybe it's just me. Maybe I can't bear to live with someone, to truly share my life, to make compromises and all that.
I'm off. As I say,
It
it
wasn't your fault that Nick closed himself off. No one makes someone distant, especially someone like Nick. He must have been on his side. He was dealing with something dark. I know that's why I closed people off. I never spoke to Nick again after leaving town.
It doesn't matter anyway, now does it? He's dead, and whatever we had is done. And we're on our own if we're gonna find out who killed him. I'm not backing down from this, no matter what we find. What about you?
Yeah, I mean... I want to know who killed Nick as much as you do.
Let's get the asshole who did this behind bars. It's the only thing we can do for Nick now. I just keep bouncing back from terrified to angry.
That is very understandable.
Can you take a look upstairs? I still need a moment. Let me make sure I'm done crying and all that.
Take your time. I'll tell you if anything's wrong.
Thanks, Sam.
God, I've got all this updates about her.
Cheesy action movies, dark thrillers, and human rights. The melting pot of Anna.
Where's the dad gone?
I remember taking this photo. Seeing it like this. Not what Anna needed.
Oh.
The door is closed. She never used to lock it.
I want to tie this place up a little bit.
Looks like Joan's using this room now. Anna must have been letting her use it when she stayed over.
Okay.
Got the A, corrected the teacher, but still forgot the date. Mr. Unicorny. Well, you and Joan have been
Oh yeah, Joan,
since the
yeah.
day she was born.
She's nicknamed Bug.
This used to be her old bed. First thing she bought when she settled in.
Uh-oh, I know what the Mind Palace is about. Let's have a look. Is there going to be some rumpy-pumpy?
Come on, work, you piece of junk.
He does do like a low-key John Terry.
No, you're awake.
No, I'm not.
Then how are you talking?
I'm a celebrated sleep talker.
Come on, get up. I need your help.
Did you try
Come on, John
rebooting
Terry.
it? That's honestly all I got.
I have tried that. If I don't get this done by noon, Walter won't run the article. What do I do?
Okay. Let me see it.
Thank you. It just won't respond to anything.
Oh, hello.
You're in the bathroom while you work.
As your hero, it's the least you could do.
I'll do more than that with my white knight.
Oh, you will. My
Oh, we're going to get some jungle fever going on here.
Of course. When you fix it.
Better fix that laptop, mate. Oh, boo.
Not your standard thief. Too destructive. Maybe trying to send a message?
Party pooper. The music's rather... Oh, hello.
As if her week wasn't bad enough already. I should erase it. But then the police wouldn't get the burglar's handwriting.
Good point. Yeah, I'm not going to wipe it. Oh, wait a minute. He's right. The police should need to see it.
Why is it so dark in here?
And stuff's still here.
This room feels so different now. It felt like mine once, but it never was.
There's got to be more stuff here. Got to be. Can't at least open the blinds. Okay, can't press. Ah, there you go.
Is someone downloading something off Nick's laptop?
Interesting. Oh, who was it? I didn't see who it was. Yeah, Al's just right.
Sam! Sam! Who was that? Sam! Are you okay?
I think whoever trashed your house just trashed me.
Can you stand?
Yeah. The headache isn't as bad as the one I had this morning.
I couldn't get a good look at them. They just sprinted out of the house, and I heard some weird, loud engine drive off.
Well, whoever it was, they were dumping data off Nick's computer. I must have interrupted them.
There's no trace of whatever he took. So what do we even do now?
Backup files.
We need Nick's backups, if he has any. Did he ever do anything like that? Boxes in the attic, files to the cloud, another computer? Did he have anywhere besides here in the Basswood jungle he kept things?
No. No, I don't think so. I don't. Actually, over the last few months, remember I mentioned Nick has been going out a lot to that old fishing shack his family owns.
I know the one. I went there with Nick and Bug a few times.
He went mostly in the evenings. Most nights, really. Said he was night fishing.
But if he was secretly using it as a second office...
It'd be worth taking a look.
Your father called. Said there'd been a break-in?
Couldn't they have gotten here 2 minutes ago? They'll arrest me if they found Dennis's body.
You go out the back. I'll talk to Beth and keep her busy.
Where's the
Make sure you
dad?
Go to the fishing shack. It sounds like if Nick was hiding something, it might be there.
Sorry! I was just in the bathroom. Be right out. Go.
Nick's Fishing Shack.
Nick's fishing shack. A lot of memories here. Good memories. Anna said he'd been sneaking off here to work on something. I almost hope I don't find anything. Nick, what were you up to?
I disagree. He needs to find those backup files if he has them. If he has them, it's the most important thing. Yeah, it's not. Let's go straight. Okay, let's look at. Oh,
Bug?
Muley? How did you... Does my mom know?
Does your mom know what? What is this?
Mom doesn't know. Good. I've decided to leave town.
Bug,
that's.
Got food for 5 days. I'll hitchhike and bike down to Virginia.
Do you have any idea how far that is?
About 80 miles to get down to my Aunt Lisa. My mom hates her. Don't try to stop me.
You can't leave like this. Not without telling anyone.
Oh, yeah? Why not? That's what you did.
Oh, hello, Harry.
She's serious about this.
Harry, get
Careful.